those types of resources so that you can help.
See what they can do. All right, Mike Steele, thank you with the Governor's Office of Homeland Security, and we hope to be hearing back from you later today, if not tomorrow. Thanks for talking with us.
You bet. Thank you.
Right, 6:30 now, and Ben, let's get the update.
Yeah, we'll have an update on Harvey for you coming up after the break. 6:30, you're watching 7 News Sunrise on KPLC.
I've been going to Oak Park Dental for about 15 years, and I told Dr. Castle I really wanted a wider smile, and he gave me great results.
There is no bigger confidence boost than getting a compliment on your smile, and I owe mine to Dr. Castle at Oak Park Dental.
They get us in and out really fast, and it's always the happiest, most outgoing people, and that's something you don't find these days.
After my first visit, I knew I'd made the right choice. I was so comfortable and confident in their experience.
You deserve a day at the park.
I'm Mike Willis, and I'm proud to introduce to you the all-new Mike Willis Ford. Being raised right here in Southwest Louisiana has taught me the value of community, teamwork, and family, and I pledge these values to you. We have an incredible, hard-working, and dedicated team here ready to serve you. To us, this job is personal. It's more than just vehicle sales and service. It's the relationships we form in the community along the way. So thank you to all my customers over the years. Because of you, this dream has now become a reality. So stop by and witness world class at Mike Willis Ford, Sulphur, Louisiana.
The pain in my leg started 2 years ago. It had a hold on my life. I have a family history of heart problems, poor blood circulation. We started attending LSU baseball. Every game that we'd go to, I'd walk and I'd have to stop 2 to 3 times. It's like it'd be just burning like fire in the calf muscles. I have a high tolerance for pain, but the pain in my leg was just too much. If anyone has pain, I would recommend them seeing Dr. Chandra. Dr. Sean and his staff have a really positive attitude. They go above and beyond to try to help you. Once I started the treatment 3 weeks later, I noticed a drastic improvement. I was able to walk a lot further distance without any pain. It feels real good not to have that pain.
If you have pain, pick up the phone and call now to receive your first visit for only $47.
I'm Pete Dronette, and I got my life back.
Sponsored by Nissan of Lake Charles. At your service with news for Southwest Louisiana. This is 7 News Sunrise.
It's 6:32. Welcome back to our continuing sunrise coverage of Tropical Storm Harvey on this Monday morning. And Brittany, we have talked with a couple of emergency officials this morning. They are ready should anything happen.
Yes, they are. We've been monitoring conditions overnight and all morning. Been talking to different emergency officials in different parishes. Cameron saying that they believe another tornado touched down last night. That continues to be a threat for a few parishes.
Exactly. That tornado watch is in effect through this afternoon and likely could get extended as it's been getting extended all weekend here across the area. Of course, our threat today is going to come from heavy rain. We're monitoring this one rain band that's now producing likely some flooding over parts of Cameron Parish this morning. It's been creeping toward Calcasieu Parish since about 3 a.m. And you can see the heaviest now is right over Cameron. We'll say it's picked up a little bit of forward speed, which is good. It's going to bring heavy rain to us, but if it can continue this trek toward the north and east, I don't think it will dump as much as some of the computer models are showing. And you see back over toward Beaumont, you see a lot of clearing as far as rain slacking off for those folks in Galveston and Houston. That's because of dry air that's being pulled into and around Tropical Storm Harvey. That's cut off a lot of that rain for the Houston area. So good news there, getting that, giving those areas there a little bit of a break from the heavy rain. It's not totally done, but I think we're going to see a little bit of a slacking off here maybe by this afternoon. But we've got a few hours to get through with heavy rain. In fact, I'm concerned about this one in particular, this band of heavy rain that's creeping up into western parts of Calcasieu Parish right over Cameron right now as it pulls north. That could easily dump 3 to 5 inches of rain in a short period of time this morning. And there will be some totals that may be close to double that when you add in what we can expect later in the day. But flash flooding could be a problem for our area. We have that flash flood warning in effect now for Calcasieu Parish, for all of Calcasieu Parish until the 8 o'clock hour. But again, that could be extended as well, especially with that storm that's pushing northward. But if there's anything good about it, not seeing a whole lot of heavy rain behind this band. We'll see what that means in our forecast. Plus, we're talking about another landfall of Harvey later this week coming up in just a few minutes. John and Brittany.
This won't go away. All right, Ben. More than 20 people this morning have found cover from the heavy rain at an emergency shelter that has been open at the Purple Heart Rec Center in Lake Charles.
KPLC's Candy Rodriguez has been there all morning. And Candy, tell us, what are the needs there? Is there anything that folks can do?
Good morning. Thanks to a community effort started by Water's Edge Church here in Lake Charles, 24 people are able to stay at this temporary shelter at the Purple Heart Center here in Lake Charles, located near Sowella. Now, they have about 12 cots left, but they're not closing the doors to anyone. So if you, for some reason, become displaced from your home today or later this week, you can come on down here to the Purple Heart Rec Center in Lake Charles. That information will be posted on KPLCTV.com and on your 7 News mobile app. Right now, the biggest need is they need some white T-shirts, some elastic pants that they can wear. A lot of different people can wear, kind of like a one-size-fits-all, so that way they can kind of pass around and see who needs it. Some towels, but of course, all that information will be posted again on KPLCTV.com and on your 7 News mobile app. For now, back to you, Brittany.
So anyway, I want to look ahead a couple of days.
6:36 now, and Harvey is continuing to move into southwest Louisiana. This morning, Calcasieu Parish OEP Director Dick Grimion is joining us to talk more about what the parish is doing with response efforts and what our next threat is. Joining us, your next briefing is at 10:30 this morning.
Next briefing will be at 10:30 today, and of course, you know, we're looking at the current forecast track, and now the thing is expected to go back offshore. Now we're concerned about a second landfall maybe later in the week over here.
Looking at it moving in that direction. Right. So tell me exactly what resources we're relying on right now and in the days ahead.
Well, we have 10 sandbag locations set out, and we've had high demand on those sandbags. So if people go there and there's no supplies, just stand by. We'll get some more supplies out there. We've had some limited availability of fill sandbags out at Burton Coliseum. I think we've given out 11,000 so far. Again, high demand. It shows us that people are taking this threat seriously, and they should. We're going to get a lot of rain today, and it remains to be seen if this thing comes back ashore as a tropical storm, what we'll get later in the week.
And what's really been interesting to see is just as soon as you think this heavy rain band comes through and it's over, a couple of hours later, another one comes, and then another one comes.
Don't let that fool you. If you step outside and it's not raining right now, you can see right here all of this stuff is coming from offshore, and of course we don't know how long it's going to stay here. And again, if you were to go outside in Lake Charles right now, there's not a lot of rain. So, but don't let that fool you.
And we have heard in the different briefings we've been able to live stream here on KPLC and on our mobile devices that you have each area mayor that's participating in this. What are some of the biggest concerns that they've expressed to you?
Same thing. They're worried about people getting water in their house. A big concern, and I think probably the sheriff and James talked about it, people driving into high water.
Yes.
We continue to have people drive in high water. If they get stuck in their car, we're going to have to send 2 or 3 people out there to get them out of there. So
that ties up resources.
If you can't see the roadway, turn around and go back another way.
All right, we appreciate that information. Again, the next briefing happening at 10:30 this morning.
10:30 today.
We'll be there to share that information with you as we get more to watch with what's going on with the remnants of Harvey this morning at 6:38. Let's go over to John.
All right, thanks, Brittany. And roads here in southwest Louisiana look pretty good right now, but they've started to flood from rain moving over from southeast Texas from time to time. KPLC's Kayla Corvell is live out this morning in Lake Charles. Kayla, where are you now?
John and Brittany, not much has changed since we last spoke and you last saw me here. The rain is still steadily falling, not too hard, not causing any issues. Still not seeing a lot of flooding, but seeing a lot of people out on the roads right now braving Harvey. And right now, getting to work probably isn't the issue. It's coming home. And that's after that band of rain moves through that Ben's been talking about that could drop potentially 10 inches of rain on us. So we're continuing just to monitor this. But right now, things still looking good. Nothing too major. But later on this morning, again, we will most likely have some flooding in Lake Charles. So I would suggest everyone stay off the roads this morning as much as possible and wait until things start to clear up. John and Brittany.
All right, thanks for that report. And again, you can go to 511la.org for up-to-the-minute information on road closures.
Best to stay off the roads, though, as we said, and we've heard that from all the emergency officials today. Not a reason, really, to get out unless it's an emergency or you have to be at work.
Exactly. Well, up next, we'll get another update this morning from Calcasieu Parish Sheriff Tony Mancuso, also Louisiana State Police Sergeant James Anderson, about response efforts that will be happening today and in the coming days with Harvey.
It's 6:40, 20 away from 7 o'clock. You're watching 7 News Sunrise on KPLC.
Labor Day at Howell's Mattress Today Gallery means it's easier than ever to get a good night's sleep. Right now on Serta iComfort, get a free box spring or save up to $800 on adjustable sets, or save up to $500 instantly on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. And we have this Queen Hybrid Gel Foam mattress set for only $5.99. Find a selection that's second to none? Visit with one of our sleep experts, plus get up to 6 years no interest financing during our huge Labor Day sale only at Howell Furniture, Beaumont, Nederland, and Lake Charles.
You know what's going on again at Popeyes? Here's a hint. Need a bigger hint? That's right, honey. It's the $5 Bonafide Big Box. 2 pieces of my chicken or 3 handcrafted tenders. Your choice of 2 sides and 1 of my biscuits for just $5. Most folks' idea of a $5 deal is not a meal, honey.
We got this here giant burger and a soda.
That's not a meal. This is a meal.
It's true. Fans are craving Dr. Pepper more than ever. So I've assembled a team. They're not exactly 5-star, but they've got spirit. We'll be at tailgate, the cheap seats, love seats. If you're craving Dr. Pepper, we'll be there. We'll be everywhere. Me up there. And yes, we are taking walk-ons.
I'm in.
Doug Flutie? Flutie's in. Let's go, Dr. Pepper. Hip. Here's a boy's medium.
That'll work.
I'm from a special generation. Different. Yeah, I use this little device for just about everything. But when it came to finding my OBGYN, I asked the people I trust most, my best friends. They both love their OBGYNs at Memorial. So I did my research and found the perfect doctor. That's why I choose Memorial. They're the best. A different kind of healthcare for my generation.
What part of your face would you like to improve? Dr. Kenneth Odenay and his staff are experienced in both surgical and non-surgical procedures to improve the look and function of your eyelids, nose, chin, ears, brow, and face. Whatever your age, you'll receive the right treatment for your individual needs. Call 234-8648 to schedule your consultation with the offices of Dr. Kenneth Odenay today.
But it may still be possible for you to recover for your injuries, even if you don't have the minimum amount of coverage. If your damages as a result of that crash exceeds $15,000, you may be able to recover for your damages without having auto insurance. That is, Louisiana's no-pay, no-play law only precludes recovery of the first $15,000 worth of damages for those who do not have their own auto insurance.
When you need someone in your corner, we're on the corner of Kirkman and Broad. Cox, Philo, Camel, and Wilson. Give us a call or visit coxphilo.com for more information.
Well, Storm Harvey is inching its way closer to the water again. It's actually back close to Port O'Connor with the latest advisory. It's got those winds at 40 miles per hour, moving toward the southeast at 15 miles northeast of Port O'Connor, Texas. That's close to where it made landfall. We're going to be looking at a likely return of this out over the Gulf. Now, keep in mind, we're not expecting to see any sort of significant strengthening. There's not a whole lot left with the central core of this storm, and that's combining with some slightly cooler Gulf waters now that the of upwelling in the water has occurred from the landfall previously. That's going to keep the rapid intensification threat really non-existent. But by Wednesday going into Thursday, we could have another landfall of a tropical storm somewhere over either southeast Texas or southwest Louisiana. So I think there will be a threat eventually with this track of some surge along the Cameron coastline, as well as heavy rain and some tropical storm force winds. We may even likely see some tropical storm warnings issued for Cameron Parish if this track continues to verify over the course of the next couple of days. Pretty much in agreement with what both of our main computer models are showing there by the middle of the week. So a heavy rain threat today. We're going to get back over to the radar coming up, and we'll track the latest on Harvey and the impacts we could see as far as flooding this morning. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes. John, Brittany.
6:45, and it's a weather situation that can turn dangerous quickly.
Something that, of course, we're watching, as well as Calcasieu Parish Sheriff Tony Mancuso. And with Troop D State Police, we have Sergeant James Anderson joining us this morning. And y'all got beefed up patrols. Y'all are watching, participating in these emergency briefings. The next one happening in just a few hours this morning. Sheriff, let's start with you. Let's talk about some of the biggest safety concerns that you want to address with citizens this morning.
Certainly, it's rising quick water. I think they've put out a warnings. We've been telling people for days. So now I think kind of is the hour that this is all coming, and we're going to have to see what happens. You know, it's just so unpredictable because there's no true specific science that tells us we are going to get this much rain at this time. Yeah. We just know that we're going to get a lot, and we have to be prepared. So now's the time to really pay attention. Don't let your guard down.
Right. Sergeant Anderson, Troop D out and about patrolling the roads. Tell us about the interstate situation. Obviously, I guess to the west, it's best not to go that way.
Yeah, best not to go that way. If someone is going that way, there's a number as well as a website available to provide information on road closures. Even though the interstate is open going into Texas, a lot of the frontage roads, exit ramps are experiencing closures, so you may get there and have nowhere to go once you get there.
Especially Houston, I guess, too. We're looking at a map here. What are these, all the road closures just in southeast Texas alone? Huh?
Yeah, correct. Definitely a problem. A couple things I'd like to touch on, John. Office closure day in Calcasieu and Cameron parishes, so those employees can stay off the road. And also, if you need a driver's license or other state service today, those services will not be available in Cameron and Calcasieu parishes. With the high water that we see, please be considerate of our neighbors. Let's not push water into homes and businesses. That becomes a problem every time we have this type of event.
Okay. And Sheriff, that could be something we can address too, because I know people, particularly with kids too, can get cabin fever when you're kind of cooped up with the bad weather. When your kids want to go outside and play, it's just not wise to play in the high water.
You know, we talk about the child that was swept away in a storm drain in Shreveport. Kids yesterday were getting complaints, kids wakeboarding behind UTVs and ATVs. These things can turn very tragic, and let me tell you, they've got people out there that are guarding their homes, that are worried they're feet and inches away from water getting in their homes. Let's not make this worse than it can be, and please be considerate of our neighbors. I think, James, you hit on it. Just be considerate. You may not be having any problems, but there's a lot of people that are stressing out right now that are very close to being flooded already, and so...
We saw that in just the amount of people that were at the last minute yesterday in long lines to get sandbags across the parish.
Yeah. Cooperation helps out a long way. We learned that with Rita a few years ago. All right, thank you both for being here with you. We'll get more updates throughout the day from you. Ben is going to take a closer look at what's left of Harvey, and looks like things are kind of going good. Going strong, I should say, in Cameron Parish this morning.
You can see the wind flapping those flags there. It's 6:48, and that's coming up next.
The Weather Watcher Network is sponsored by Mark Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those two rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Now, during Toyota's National Clearance Event, get $2,500 customer cash. Or qualified buyers get 0% APR for 72 months on the adventurous 2017 RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
Sometimes bad things happen to good people. Like when I was in that car accident.
I didn't know what to do.
You know what to do. Call 477-4600 right now.
Moore's Bar got me $125,000. One call. That's all.
When we're born, we have the natural ability to sleep well. Unfortunately, a good night's sleep can be difficult as time goes by. Sleep disorders such as sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, insomnia, and narcolepsy interfere with getting quality sleep. The certified sleep specialists with the Sleep Disorder Center of Louisiana offer comprehensive diagnosis and treatment for over 80 sleep disorders. Sleep like a baby again with help from the Sleep Disorder Center of Louisiana.
Before digging in my yard, I always call 811 to have my utility lines marked to avoid service interruptions or injury. It's better to call 811 now than 911 later. Really?
CenterPoint Energy. Always there.
Why put up with average when you can have the best? Get to Nissan of Lake Charles now for the all-new 2017 Titan. With more available options than Chevy or Ford, you get standard features like best warranty with 5 years, 100,000 miles bumper to bumper. Best standard towing and horsepower. That's towing up to 12,000 pounds. All standard. Better than Ford. Better than Chevy. Don't settle for less. Starting at only $34,780. Or get a featured lease for $399 a month and see why people are saying Titan is better.
And remember, at Nissan of Lake Charles, we're making deals every day.
Attention TV antenna viewers. On August 31st, plan to rescan your TV to keep seeing the CW Lake Charles and catch the new Southwest Louisiana ABC.
Everybody is busy. Students, young adults, moms and dads with demanding careers. Nobody has time to waste. At 2020 Vision Clinic, you can walk in, we'll do the exam, and you can try on glasses from the hottest selection of fashion eyewear, and then get back to your life faster than Instagram can share a picture. We're fast, but we focus on you at 2020 Vision Clinic. Call 478-2020, Facebook, or see our website.
The 7 News Business Report is sponsored by 2020 Vision Clinic. We focus on you. From the 7 Storm Team, your first alert weather with meteorologist Ben Terry.
6:51 the time now. Live look at our camera at Skycam. Really blowing around here with the heavy rain and wind. We picked up now over 3 inches of rain out of that one squall that moved, and it's moving toward Lake Charles. That may give us an indication of how much rain we're going to see out of that one band this morning. Look at the winds as well. Southeast at 30 miles per hour. That's from the camera at Skycam. We're getting gusts here at Lake Charles at 32 with a sustained wind at 21. Cameron's got a gust at 39 down at the actual official recording station there. So we're getting some tropical storm force gusts this morning with these rain bands that are moving onshore, and that's the other issue we're going to have with these heavy downpours will be the gusty winds. Right now, though, I will say let's continue to hope this trend continues, not as intense as it was back over into Texas. Of course, it is over the radar beam, so that's kind of attenuating that signal that it sends out, and sometimes can make it look like it's a little bit weaker than it actually is. The better takeaway from this is that the fact that we're not seeing a whole lot of redevelopment below this. In fact, Johnson Bayou over towards Sabine Pass for the first time in several hours getting a break in the rainfall. So again, this rain is going to continue to push toward the north and move into the Lake Charles area here after the 7 o'clock hour, and we could see some additional development here back over the Gulf moving back our way, but the signs are that this system is having some dry air pulled into it, and that may sort of choke off a lot of those heavier rain bands during the day today. But we're going to see on and off rain, that's for sure, 100% rain chances, and again this morning be especially mindful of the flash flood potential that will exist. Here's our futurecast. It shows more of a scattering of these downpours this afternoon, but still high enough chances that we're going to carry a 100% coverage of rain. It tries to show things redeveloping tonight, which has been the trend of another round of heavy rain that could potentially move in late tonight into tomorrow morning. All this is going to add up to give some areas the potential to see 5 to 10 inches of rain over the next 24 to 36 hours. The track again of the storm carrying it back over close to Port O'Connor. There's Victoria where it made close to that landfall a couple days ago. Now it reemerges. Not really worried about any sort of significant intensification, but what we will see likely, especially as we head into Wednesday, are those tropical storm force, perhaps some sustained tropical storm force winds as the storm moves back ashore here. And it's also going to keep those rain chances high for us. This is around Thursday here. So sometime between Wednesday and Thursday, we're expecting this to make another landfall rainfall across somewhere across southeast Texas or southwest Louisiana, as the spaghetti models have kind of now sort of come into agreement that this is likely going to be a storm here close to home for us. Of course, much weaker. Just more rain. And I think we could have some issues with surge if it takes more of that track back out over closer to Cameron Parish. Widespread totals of 10 to 15 inches of rain over the next 5 days. Some areas as much as 20. Tornado watch in effect this afternoon. Quick spin-up tornadoes also that threat that could occur. So again, we're going to watch for that minor surge potential Tuesday going into Wednesday as it moves up the coast. Isolated tornadoes, area-wide rainfall totals, and of course those tropical storm, perhaps some sustained tropical storm force winds as we head into especially late Tuesday going into Wednesday. So the best ways to prepare, if you've got those sandbags, use them if you have those known trouble spots. Expect street flooding again today, and stay put unless it's an emergency. That's the best bet for just remaining safe on those roads for today. We'll have another look at that 7-day forecast and more news coming up after the break. You're watching 7 News Sunrise on KPLC.
Birthdays on 7 News Sunrise is sponsored by Mark, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Hi, I'm Mark Boniel, owner of Mark, where we sell Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. And at Mark, the summer clearance event is saving our customers thousands of dollars.
Like a $12,000 discount on a 17 Ram 1500 crew cab, or get 0% for 72 months.
Or take $7,000 off sticker on a 17 Jeep Cherokee Latitude.
And unlike some of our competitors, we have plenty of these ad units to choose from. So come save thousands today at Mark in Lake Charles.
Save now on Michelin tires, now at Tire Engineers. Now through September 17th, get a $70 reward card after submission when you buy a set of 4 Michelin tires at Tire Engineers. And use your Express Oil Change Tire Engineers credit card for an oil change and get a $20 Visa prepaid card. For great savings on Michelin tires, nobody beats Tire Engineers and our $100 low price guarantee. That's Tire Engineers, your one stop for service and tires.
As the students of Calcasieu Parish get ready to go back to school, I want to take this time to remind everybody to please be alert in school zone and pay attention to posted traffic laws before and after school. Good luck to all of our students, and thank you to all of our teachers.
Savor the day at McDonald's. Right now, enjoy a savory sausage burrito or any size soft drink, just $1 each. Savor every morning with big Southern taste and big values at McDonald's.
Okay, now you're just staring. Right now, small McCafes, smoothies, shakes, and frappes are just $2. And every 6th purchase is free with our app.
I have peripheral neuropathy, where my feet constantly burn, up to almost my knees. I also ride a motorcycle, and when I come to a stop sign, I'd put my feet down to hold myself up. I couldn't tell if I had any weight on it, and after dropping my bike a couple times, I tried new medications. I tried the old medications, and none of it was helping. It was just getting worse is what it was doing. That's when I saw Mr. West on TV making a commercial for Dr. Sean. I said, I'm going to see that guy for the $47 visit. Really, I thought we were just going to maybe shoot a couple x-rays, but Dr. Sean saw me, and they started my treatments right there when I told them I wanted to do it. I can feel my feet now. I can ride my bike and drive my car. It's just a whole lot better. I'm glad I went. I recommend it for anybody. I'm Harvey Manu, and I'm pain-free.
If you have pain, pick up the phone and call now to receive your first visit for only $47. Make it a sunrise day. Weekdays beginning at 4:30.
6:58, looking at the radar again. We're, of course, tracking those heavy bands of rain that are pushing into the Lake Charles area this morning. I will say the good news is that it looks like it's a little bit weaker than earlier, and it does have some forward movement to that, so that once this moves through, we may actually catch a little bit of a break, especially down into Cameron Parish. We are monitoring one cell over into Acadia Parish. We have a tornado warning out for the northwestern portion of Acadia. That's going to be for the Egan area, moving toward Iota. So if you live in Acadia Parish, definitely seek that safe place. Again, it's moving toward the northwest there, north of I-10. If it's a possible tornado, it would be north of the Esterwood area, again, pushing its way toward Iota. All right, our forecast will continue with high rain chances, possible street flooding today. We'll keep an eye on that cell as it moves in from the south. We could have some issues between now and, say, late morning of some street flooding. So if you can, just avoid traveling. That's your best option for today.
Most schools and businesses closed today. Government services shut down, so they're asking you to just stay off the roads today unless you have to be on the road.
And if you're concerned about your home not being safe or you know someone in need, there is one shelter open in Lake Charles, Purple Heart Rec Center near Chenal.
Okay, another update coming in about 25 minutes. Have a safe day.
Get your news on the go. Download the free KPLC News and Weather apps. Search KPLC in your app store today. Sponsored by Christus St. Patrick Hospital. Smart Medicine. Healing Grace. Get your first alert for your night, for your morning, for your weekend, for the next storm. Every day from the 7 Storm Team.